You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. We're going to talk about Kyler Murray, the Arizona Cardinals' new GM, Monti Ossenfort, and what looks like to be the leader in the clubhouse. Is that right? Clubhouse for your next head coach seems to be Brian Flores. Oh, boy. Good luck with how this is going to go, because it seems like your brand new GM is taking shots at your quarterback. Now, we know, I've done the videos on it, Kyler Murray has got some issues. People on that team, and I did this video last week, created a monster when a Cardinals veteran actually came out and said it's like the Cardinals created a monster by giving Kyler Murray that $230 million extension. We've heard the ego problems, right? And Patrick Peterson just a couple of weeks ago, where is that right here, says he doesn't care about anybody but Kyler Murray, and that head coach Cliff Kingsbury would actually be the scapegoat for the Cardinals' trouble. Well, him and Steve Keim seem like the scapegoat. So, enter in the new GM that seems to have taken a shot directly at the quarterback upon entering the building. Look, some organizations, their ownership, their leadership, it's just a problem. And now you've hired a GM that's already taken shots at your quarterback. I mean, is he prepared to move off your quarterback? And for all the problems I've got with Brian Flores off the field as far as his NFL lawsuit, which I think is completely flaky and completely unjustified, he is most definitely known as a disciplinarian. He didn't like Tua, okay? If that tells you anything. So I don't know what he's going to do with this small little quarterback if he gets this job. New Cardinals GM Monti Ossenfort outlines rebuild plans, expectations of players. Wow. I mean, right out of the gate. Newly installed Arizona Cardinals general manager Monti Ossenfort laid out what type of players will rebuild the roster with during his introductory press conference on Tuesday. Quote, "We're not just collecting talent, we're going to build a team," Ossenfort said. "Ego will not be tolerated in this organization. We want people that are willing to put the team first every step of the way." Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell mentioned that he and Ossenfort agreed that the team has recently suffered from a lack of accountability. Ossenfort spent the last 3 seasons with the Titans, but gained the majority of his executive experience in New England. Okay, so that tells you right there. He severed as the Titans director of player personnel 2020 to 2022, having first joined the Patriots organization in 2013, departing to become a scouting assistant with the Houston Texans. Okay, so now let's get over to this. Brian Flores emerges as a potential favorite for the Cardinals coach. Yikes. This is, it's Florio. The current rumor making rounds in league circles is that Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell favors pairing Monti Ossenfort with former Dolphins coach and current Steelers assistant Brian Flores as a successor to Cliff Kingsbury. From a football standpoint, Flores would fit the exact opposite formula that the team often employs when hiring a new head coach. We know teams do that a lot. Whatever they had, they tend to go swing all the way to the other end of it. Flores would bring discipline and accountability. He also would give quarterback Kyler Murray a wake-up call as to work ethic and commitment that the quarterback position demands at a professional level. Spoiler, it takes a lot more than 4 hours of study per week. That's a good little snarky comment. Florio. For a non-football standpoint, hiring Flores would help both the Cardinals and the league within the context of the racial discrimination lawsuit last year by Flores against the NFL. The Dolphins, Broncos, Giants, and eventually Texans, former Cardinals coach Steve Wilks later joined the effort, claiming he was basically hired to preside over a crappy 2018 season, then to be fired. Okay, so that's the other thing, and it's also part of the problem here. Okay, if Flores didn't have that lawsuit, you would think, okay, well, this might be potentially a good hire. All right, now he's still got a .490 winning percentage. So for all the talk about he wins a lot, and yeah, there's been times when he's rolled off a bunch of wins. You didn't know if Stephen Ross really had his back in Miami. I get all that. However, Michael Bidwill made his living. He is a lawyer. Steve Wilks is suing the Cardinals right now, okay, because of that season. Wilks is part of that lawsuit, that racial discrimination lawsuit. So if you hire Brian Flores, there is absolutely a feeling out there that, okay, you might be getting a good coach, maybe, but you're also trying to make the lawsuit go away, which is a bullshit lawsuit to begin with. I get that. It's completely unjustified, and I'm ashamed of Brian Flores for having done it. I mean, what I considered to be a very high character guy just plummeted, right? I figured he would be like, I'm going to work hard and I'll be a head coach again. And I'm going to tell you, Brian Flores would have gotten that Houston Texans job last year had he not have filed a lawsuit against the league and all these teams. That's kind of the thing that's floated around out there, that he actually shot himself in the foot, and that the Brian Flores lawsuit was a response because Brian Flores got wind of the fact that the Dolphins were bringing in Sean Payton and Tom Brady, and it pissed off Brian Flores, and he filed a lawsuit. Some have said he did all that and made all those decisions in one day. Like he literally found out that he was being let go. I'm being let go for Sean Payton and Tom Brady, and it pissed him off. Well, I'm sorry, dude, but yeah, I mean, those two things, those two entities are an upgrade. All right? You don't have Sean Payton's resume, and if Tom Brady wants to come to Miami because of Sean Payton, I mean, obviously you're going to lose your damn job. I mean, it just is what it is. Ain't got nothing to do with what color you are. They're stepping up. All right? They're getting a better situation. Now, that didn't happen. And in fact, he filed his lawsuit and it torpedoed that whole thing. I shit you not. That's what killed Sean Payton and Tom Brady to Miami, was the Brian Flores lawsuit. So the question is, how's this all going to work out? All right. It still sounds like it's a potential mess, because even if Ossenfort is the right GM, and let's say for the sake of argument, Flores is the right coach, you still got a quarterback that it seems like teammates, ex-teammates, I mean, he evidently has a poor reputation. He's got an ego problem. You're taking shots, walking in the door at Kyler Murray. You're slamming your quarterback. Maybe, and I like it, he's sending a message to Kyler. Maybe Kyler wasn't like that at one time. And then maybe, but I find that hard to believe because they had to put the clause in his contract. Something was wrong there with this guy's work ethic for them to have to put that in that clause. I still don't understand the racism aspect of that in any contract. I would think every NFL team would have something about study in every contract. They don't. I mean, who knew? Why wouldn't they? If you're a quarterback, I'd have a study clause in there. People would hate my ass, I promise you. So, that's it. I mean, Kyler Murray is getting slammed already by the new GM. I like it. Brian Flores, yikes. I mean, are you hiring him because you like him as a coach, or does it make you look better in the lawsuit against Steve Wilks that Brian Flores is a part of? And Bidwell knows that because he's a lawyer. I'm just putting that out there. Tell me what you think. It sounds like a mess, and it sounds like it will probably crash and burn again. Peace. I'm out. Oh, Cardinals, don't come crying to me. when Brian Flores is filing a racial discrimination lawsuit against you in 2026 after you have to let him go. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.